At 67, I thought I had finally adjusted to all the changes that come with getting older. My joints were stiffer, my energy wasn't quite what it used to be, but I had found my rhythm. Then the night sweats started, and everything changed. I would wake up in the middle of the night, completely drenched, my sheets soaked, my pajamas clinging to my skin. At first, I thought it was just a fluke. Maybe the room was too warm, or I'd eaten something spicy before bed. But night after night, it kept happening. I'd wake up at 2 in the morning feeling like I had just run a marathon, throwing off blankets, changing clothes, sometimes even changing the sheets. My sleep was completely disrupted, and during the day, I felt exhausted and irritable. I started dreading bedtime because I knew what was coming. If you're over 65 and dealing with night sweats, you're not alone. Millions of seniors experience this frustrating problem, and it's not just uncomfortable. It can seriously impact your quality of life. Poor sleep affects everything from your mood and memory to your immune system and overall health. But here's what I wish someone had told me when I first started dealing with this. Night sweats after 65 are manageable, and there are simple, practical steps you can take to reduce them dramatically. In this video, I'm going to share 6 proven tips that can help you stop night sweats and get back to sleeping peacefully through the night. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments. They're straightforward changes that any senior can implement starting tonight. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's causing your night sweats and exactly what you can do about them. Stay with me because some of these tips might surprise you, and the last one could be the game changer you've been looking for. If you know someone who's struggling with night sweats, this video might be exactly what they need to finally get a good night's sleep again. Now, let's get started. Understanding what's really happening. Before we dive into the solutions, it's important to understand what's actually causing night sweats after 65. Many people assume it's just another inevitable part of aging, but that's not entirely true. While our bodies do change as we get older, night sweats are often triggered by specific factors that we can identify and address. For women, hormonal changes during and after menopause are a major culprit. Even years after menopause, hormone levels can still fluctuate enough to trigger sweating episodes. For men, declining testosterone levels can also contribute to temperature regulation problems. But hormones aren't the only factor. Medications play a huge role that many seniors don't realize. Blood pressure medications, antidepressants, diabetes drugs, and even over-the-counter pain relievers can all trigger night sweats as a side effect. Your body's ability to regulate temperature also changes with age, making you more sensitive to environmental factors like room temperature, bedding materials, and even what you eat before bed. Sleep disorders become more common after 65, and conditions like sleep apnea can cause your body to work harder during the night, leading to excessive sweating. Anxiety and stress, which many seniors experience due to health concerns or life changes, can also trigger night sweats. The good news is that once you understand these triggers, you can take targeted action to address them. Most night sweats in seniors are manageable with the right approach, and you don't have to just accept them as part of getting older. Tip 1. Master your sleep environment. The first, and often most effective step in stopping night sweats is creating the ideal sleep environment. Your bedroom should feel like a cool, comfortable sanctuary, not a sauna. And 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Optimal temperature for sleep is between 60, and this becomes even more critical as we age. I learned this the hard way. For years, I kept my bedroom at what I thought was a comfortable 72 degrees. It felt fine when I went to bed, but as my body temperature naturally dropped during sleep, that room temperature became too warm, triggering sweating episodes. Once I lowered my thermostat to 65 degrees, I noticed an immediate improvement. But temperature control goes beyond just the thermostat. Consider investing in a fan, even if you have air conditioning. The gentle air circulation helps evaporate moisture, and creates a cooling effect on your skin. I placed a small, quiet fan on my nightstand, pointed away from me but creating enough air movement to keep me comfortable. Your bedding choices matter more than you might think. Heavy comforters and synthetic materials trap heat and moisture, creating the perfect conditions for night sweats. Switch to lightweight, breathable materials like cotton or bamboo. I replaced my thick down comforter with a lightweight cotton blanket and immediately felt the difference. Don't overlook your pillows either. Memory foam pillows, while comfortable, can retain heat. Consider cooling gel pillows or traditional down alternatives that allow better air circulation. Even your mattress can contribute to overheating. If your mattress sleeps hot and replacing it isn't an option, a cooling mattress topper can make a significant difference. Pay attention to your sleepwear as well. Synthetic fabrics like polyester trap heat and moisture against your skin. Natural fibers like cotton, linen, or moisture-wicking materials designed for sleepwear can help keep you dry and comfortable throughout the night. Tip 2. Time your evening routine perfectly. What you do in the hours before bed can dramatically impact whether you'll experience night sweats. Your evening routine should be designed to gradually lower your core body temperature and prepare your body for restful sleep. Start by avoiding hot showers or baths right before bed. While a warm shower can be relaxing, it raises your core body temperature, and your body may still be working to cool down when you try to sleep. If you prefer evening showers, finish at least 2 hours before bedtime, or end with a cool rinse to help lower your body temperature. Exercise timing is crucial too. Regular physical activity is excellent for overall health and can improve sleep quality. But vigorous exercise within 4 hours of bedtime can leave your body temperature elevated and trigger night sweats. I used to do my evening walks right after dinner, thinking it would help me sleep better. But I discovered that exercising earlier in the day and keeping my evenings calm made a huge difference in my night sweats. Create a cooling routine in the hour before bed. This might include spending time in the coolest part of your home, using a cool compress on your neck or wrists, or even placing your feet in cool water for a few minutes. These techniques help signal to your body that it's time to lower your core temperature for sleep. Consider your fluid intake as well. While staying hydrated is important, drinking large amounts of liquid close to bedtime can disrupt your sleep and potentially trigger sweating. Aim to finish most of your fluid intake 2 to 3 hours before bed, but don't dehydrate yourself either. Tip 3. Watch what and when you eat. Your diet and eating schedule have a more significant impact on night sweats than most people realize. Certain foods can raise your body temperature or trigger sweating episodes, especially when consumed in the evening hours. Spicy foods are obvious culprits, but they're not the only ones to watch. Caffeine, even from sources you might not consider like chocolate or certain medications, can stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours and interfere with your body's natural temperature regulation. I had to learn to cut off all caffeine after 2 p.m. to see improvement in my night sweats. Alcohol is particularly problematic for seniors dealing with night sweats. While a glass of wine might seem relaxing, alcohol disrupts your sleep cycles and can cause your body temperature to fluctuate throughout the night. It also interferes with your body's natural cooling mechanisms, making night sweats more likely and more severe. Large, heavy meals close to bedtime force your digestive system to work harder, generating internal heat that can trigger sweating. Try to finish eating at least 3 hours before bed, and if you need a light snack, choose something cool and easily digestible. Sugar can also contribute to night sweats by causing blood sugar fluctuations that affect your body's temperature regulation. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate sugar entirely, but being mindful of your intake, especially in the evening, can help reduce night sweating episodes. Pay attention to how your body responds to different foods. Keep a simple food diary for a week or two, noting what you eat and when you experience night sweats. You might discover personal triggers that aren't commonly known, but significantly impact your sleep quality. Tip 4. Review your medications with your doctor. One of the most overlooked causes of night sweats in seniors is medication side effects. After dealing with night sweats for months, I finally sat down with my doctor and went through every single medication I was taking, including over-the-counter supplements. What I discovered shocked me. My blood pressure medication, which I had been taking for 3 years without any issues, was listed as a common cause of night sweats. But here's what's important to understand. Side effects can develop over time, even with medications you've been taking for years. Your body changes as you age, and the way you process medications changes too. Antidepressants are notorious for causing night sweats, particularly SSRIs like sertraline and paroxetine. Even if you've been taking these medications without problems, changes in your metabolism or interactions with other medications can suddenly trigger sweating episodes. Blood thinners, diabetes medications, and even some pain relievers can all contribute to night sweats. Don't forget about over-the-counter medications and supplements either. That daily aspirin, your multivitamin, or herbal supplements you've added to your routine could be contributing to the problem. Some supplements, particularly those marketed for energy or weight loss, contain stimulants that can affect your body's temperature regulation. The key is having an honest conversation with your healthcare provider. Bring a complete list of everything you're taking, including dosages and timing. Don't stop any medications on your own, but ask specifically about alternatives that might be less likely to cause night sweats. Sometimes, simple adjustments, like changing when you take certain medications, can make a huge difference. I discovered that taking my blood pressure medication in the morning instead of at night significantly reduced my sweating episodes. Other times, switching to a different medication in the same class can solve the problem entirely. Tip 5. Manage stress and anxiety before bedtime. Stress and anxiety don't just affect your mind. They have a direct impact on your body's temperature regulation and can be major triggers for night sweats. As we age, we often carry more worries about our health, finances, or family, and these concerns can manifest as physical symptoms, including excessive sweating during sleep. When you're stressed or anxious, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which can raise your heart rate and body temperature. If your mind is racing with worries as you try to fall asleep, your body remains in a state of alertness that can trigger sweating throughout the night. I noticed this pattern in my own experience. On nights when I went to bed worried about a doctor's appointment the next day, or concerned about a family member, my night sweats were always worse. Learning to manage these feelings before bedtime became crucial to getting better sleep. Start by creating a worry window earlier in the evening. Set aside 15 minutes, maybe after dinner, to acknowledge your concerns and write them down. This gives your brain permission to process these thoughts without carrying them into bed. Once that time is up, remind yourself that worrying at bedtime won't solve anything, but getting good sleep will help you handle challenges better tomorrow. Practice simple relaxation techniques that work for you. Deep breathing exercises can be incredibly effective. Try the 4-7-8 technique. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, and exhale for 8. This activates your body's relaxation response and helps lower your core temperature. Progressive muscle relaxation is another powerful tool. Starting with your toes, deliberately tense, and then relax each muscle group in your body. This not only reduces physical tension, but also gives your mind something to focus on other than your worries. Consider gentle stretching or yoga before bed. Simple movements help release physical tension and signal to your body that it's time to wind down. Even 5 minutes of gentle stretching can make a difference in how relaxed you feel when you get into bed. If anxiety or depression is a significant issue for you, don't hesitate to talk to your healthcare provider. Sometimes, addressing underlying mental health concerns is the key to solving physical symptoms like night sweats. Tip 6. Know when to seek medical help. While most night sweats in seniors can be managed with lifestyle changes, It's important to recognize when professional medical evaluation is necessary. Some night sweats can signal underlying health conditions that need attention, and catching these early can make a significant difference in your overall health. Seek medical attention if your night sweats are accompanied by other symptoms like unexplained weight loss, fever, persistent cough, or extreme fatigue during the day. These could indicate infections, autoimmune conditions, or other health issues that require treatment. If your night sweats are sudden and severe, especially if they're accompanied by chest pain, shortness of breath, or rapid heartbeat, don't wait to seek help. While these symptoms don't always indicate something serious, they warrant immediate medical evaluation. Pay attention to patterns too. If you've implemented all the lifestyle changes we've discussed and you're still experiencing regular night sweats after 4 to 6 weeks, it's time to consult with your healthcare provider. Persistent night sweats that don't respond to environmental and lifestyle modifications may indicate hormonal imbalances, medication side effects, or underlying medical conditions. For women, discussing hormone replacement therapy options with your doctor might be worthwhile if night sweats are severely impacting your quality of life. For men, low testosterone levels could be contributing to temperature regulation problems, and this is something that can be evaluated and potentially treated. Sleep studies can also be valuable for seniors experiencing night sweats. Sleep apnea and other sleep disorders become more common with age and can contribute to excessive sweating during sleep. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping for air, or feel tired despite getting what should be adequate sleep, ask your doctor about a sleep study. Remember, you don't have to suffer through night sweats just because you're over 65. They're not an inevitable part of aging, and with the right approach, most people can find significant relief. The key is being systematic about identifying and addressing the factors that might be contributing to your night sweats. Start with the simplest changes first. Adjust your sleep environment, modify your evening routine, and pay attention to what you eat and drink before bed. If those changes don't provide enough relief, work with your healthcare provider to review your medications and explore other potential causes. Looking back now, I can hardly believe how much my life has changed since I started implementing these 6 strategies. Those miserable nights of waking up drenched in sweat, changing clothes multiple times, and dreading bedtime feel like a distant memory. It didn't happen overnight, but within a few weeks of making these changes, I started sleeping through the night again. My energy returned, my mood improved, and I finally felt like myself again. The truth is, night sweats after 65 aren't something you just have to accept. Whether it's creating a cooler sleep environment, timing your evening routine perfectly, watching what you eat, reviewing your medications, managing stress, or knowing when to seek help, these simple steps can transform your nights and your overall quality of life. If you're dealing with night sweats right now, don't wait. Start with 1 or 2 of these tips tonight and gradually add the others. Pay attention to what works best for your body, and don't be afraid to seek medical help if you need it. Because at the end of the day, getting good sleep isn't a luxury at our age. It's essential for staying healthy and enjoying the years ahead.